Hello everyone and welcome to our More Than Modern tournament here at Grey Ogre Games. My name is Mick, I'm one of your hosts alongside Ahow.
Hi everyone.
Ahow, you don't do the streaming that often, right?
Yeah man, usually work to do, but since
Yeah, usually you're the one behind the counter and always, well, I won't say avoid, but I think
yeah, I
that's
mean I prefer to do my work first than anything else, but it's pretty tiring day, so let's just do some streams.
oh, this is not tiring.
Yeah, I mean more relaxing than sorting cards and pricing them.
That's true. That's actually very
Yeah,
true.
but okay, let's get into the game. Looks like they have started.
Yeah, Alex here is running, I think might be Abzan company, starting off with a turn one Birds of Paradise. Adril looks like he's on Affinity and slowly dumping his hand. Let's see,
Yep. Looks like he's gonna have Mattercraft.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, Metalcraft and wow. So that is
Vouchscourge
5 out of 8 cards
and
in
a
hand.
signal pass with an
That's-
Omnitopter.
That's fantastic, man. 5 out of 8 cards.
Yep.
Quite fast, I think. Alex here needs to respond with something relatively quickly. The that signal pass is going to be
Yeah.
a little annoying.
He could have Orzhov Pontiff. It
Oh
would
yeah,
be
that would
great
be
at this
really
point.
good.
I mean that he'll be left with one Ornithopters. But
Yeah.
then I'm not sure whether he have it, but yeah, the game one is pretty rough if you can't get out the Pontiff early.
I have to point out, is that the Therese Nelson Judge Lands?
Yeah, that is the
Right?
forest, yeah. The judge.
That's also the planes for the Judge Lands, right?
Yep.
Holy smokes. Wow, when you pimp out your deck, Alex, I salute you. This is wow.
Yeah, man, Alex is pretty particular about his choices of foilings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, especially this deck. Like this deck, I think he takes a lot of pride in this deck.
Yeah, he's been playing it for quite a while.
Yeah, it's very familiar. Should be quite familiar with the deck. He recently has been playing the mill deck, but has gone back to Abzan CoCo,
Yeah.
which is a good deck. I mean, it's ow. Okay, so Edru here gonna slam down. What's
I
that?
think
Plane
it's a
of Creating.
swing in for 3 and place the plating and pass the turn.
Yeah, and
I
no
could-
more lands from Edru though. I'm
Yeah.
very curious what is in his hand. I know that there is a
Looks like an Edge champion.
yeah.
And
the
I
other two
can't see the
cards,
rest of the
yeah.
cards. But yeah, it doesn't look like the kitchen things will be enough. He probably needs something.
Mm.
You know, he passes with 4 open mana, so chances are he can company into hopefully a Pontiff, but it's
It's gonna be
a one-off in a main deck, I guess.
Yeah, even Pontiff right now, Pontiff right now is still very good. Especially, you just have to wait for Edril to commit that cranial plating as well as activating the Ingmouth Nexus. Try to pump up that cranial plating, and if Edril makes that mistake, then
But looks like Edro has a Arkbound in his hand as well.
Wow,
So
okay,
that
so
could
that's-
be a very huge play there.
yeah, but that's only if he casts it right now. I think I don't know. You might want to try to go for the kill.
Yeah.
Or at least try to diminish your opponent's life total.
But it's gonna be really bad if he hits the Pontiff.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, but making his play, it could be a 2-turn clock, but he chose to put it on a Vouchscourge instead.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah, if you put it on the Immortal Nexus,
That would have been
Yeah.
a hell lot of damage, man.
yeah,
Wow,
he
that
actually
would
has a
have been 1,
Memnite.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
That would have
That would
nearly
have been
been
9,
lethal.
10. Yeah, that would be
That would be
lethal.
lethal.
Okay, that was
So that is a very interesting play.
that was
One.
somewhat a misplay, yeah. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah,
So he's got
that
8
would have
artifacts
been-
on the battlefield. So
Yeah.
the cranial plating will give +8/+0.
Yeah, and the Vouchscourge have the Battle Cry.
Not
And
Vouchscourge, the Signal Pass.
Yeah,
Signal
Signal
Pass
Pass,
gives you a
sorry.
battle cry, so it becomes a 2/1 +8, so it's 10. So that would have actually knocked Alex out if he doesn't
has the Pontiff, or he could have a Restoration Angel.
Oh,
Oh
yeah,
no, but
that would be good.
yeah, I mean that would have
But
been the other play.
collective. Okay, so collector company. What is he looking for here?
Probably a bird or a
Pontiff,
Pontiff.
yeah. Anything
Yeah, but
to.
he won't die from it this turn anyway.
That's true.
Because he didn't attack with the equip the plating to the Imp of Nexus.
But it looks like he doesn't find it in that in those 6.
Looks like a bird and
Well,
Corsair?
4 creature, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, okay, Corsair. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't been. Well, that's a very interesting addition to the deck, yeah.
Yeah, they usually play 1 to 2. I mean 0 to 2. Nowadays some people don't play them, but it's still a good card, you know. It gives you cards advantage in a long game. It's could be good in the mirror, you know, like filter out your lands and such.
Alright, so Alex choosing to block the Vault Scourge. And yeah, going down to 1.
But yeah, this could actually turn out to be the correct play since Alex hit a Birds of Paradise that could have blocked the Inkmoth Nexus anyway, and so now he gets to gain
at least 2 infect counters, right?
yeah,
1,
and
2,
tons
2
of life
infect,
from the Vault Scourge to
Yeah.
put him in a safe position.
So he's going to. It's okay, man. Wow, he's going up 7 points of life
To
No,
27.
8 points of.
So it
Sorry,
looks
10 points of life. Yeah, 10 points of life is 27. Wow, Alex here having the 2 combo cards off the top. Does he have the combos, combo pieces in hand? I don't think so. There's a Melira there. There's another land. Wall of Roots as well.
yeah, Melira will have stopped the infect. as
Oh,
well.
yeah.
So,
Melira definitely
Could be
will.
something that Edro was playing around
Mm.
the last turn. Looks like 2 cards in Edro hand is Edge Champion and Outbound Ravager.
Man, Outbound Ravager would be really, really bad right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're explaining to Edril that he's going to take 2 life from the Overgrown Tomb, but he's going to gain life from laying the land anyway. Melira going to hit the battlefield, I suspect. Yep. Wall of Roots. Okay, so here you can actually fake an Orzhov Pontiff. Like you can, what do you call it? If you don't attack with the Kitchen Finks, you can actually,
Caught for
caught for
3? Yeah.
which
No,
is
you
the
can't caught
Orzhov
for 3, right?
Yeah,
You only have
you
5.
can. You've got 1
there's
mana
a Wall
from
of Roots,
the
yeah.
Wall of Roots, and then and then you just call it. But he's going to go for attacks, and that's going to push Edro down a little bit more. But
That could be a bit tricky if he has the Outbound Ravager.
yeah, with
Yeah.
Outbound Ravager, this might be over, but he needs to draw. Oh no, okay, so he does have the land. He won't be able to animate the Inkmoth Nexus if he does not have another land. So
Yep. It looks like he didn't draw the third land.
man, that is unfortunate. So yeah, Alex here just one piece away. He just needs the Viscera Seer here just to finish up the combo. Wow. So what do you do here?
Looks like he's just gonna attack with the Flyers.
Interestingly, he is able to swap, the cranial plating at instant speed. Right now, he's got 2 black saucers.
Yep.
So this might actually be very dangerous for Alex.
Yeah, but I don't think it will gonna be a lethal turn.
No, it's not going to be lethal, but it's going to, it's going to put Alex down to very low life. Especially since Edro now knows that the top card of Alex's deck is Anafenza, so it's not going to affect the gameplay much.
Yep.
So he does move the cranial plating over to what's that?
To the Signal Pass.
Yeah.
So it takes 8 from the Signal Pass. So
Mm-hmm.
if it activates the Inkmoth, it will be 9. And then 1 from the Ornithopter. will
Yeah,
put
I
him
think you
down
can
for-
activate the Inkmoth Nexus. There's no reason why you will hold it back, right?
Yep.
Yeah. it's going 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they all get +8. Sorry, the cranial plating gives +8 +0 right now. If he activates, okay, so he gets +9. And it's going to deal 9, 10 points of damage. And gain 2 life. So, Edro here, sitting comfortably on, probably sitting comfortably on 24 life. Alex needs to find a way to, gain infinite life right now. Barring,
Yep. From the looks of it, it looks like Alex doesn't have a Cord or an Visaras here in his hand because he could have just go off the last turn if he had one.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And I really would have kept my creatures up. Like you're not winning the race yet, so I think it's good to make sure that your opponent plays around. You force your opponent to play around certain things that you might have. So you can fake that last card might be a Court of Calling, and looks like Alex is calling for a judge. We're going to determine. Mark is going to settle that judge call. Because Cass can't.
Well, Cass actually took the judge exam. Cass didn't made it there. I'm probably not supposed to say this.
Yeah, that's like Yeah, Cass being Cass.
Fun facts about Cass.
History has shown Cass has taken the judge exam. Unfortunately, now he's not answering the judge call. Although that was many years ago. I know of a level 2 judge in Poland who doesn't judge at all.
Oh.
Like he only attends 1 or 2 GPs a year or something like that. That's it.
I mean that works. You
Yeah,
just need to keep your. But I think there's a new requirements on the level 2 right now.
Every 6 months you need to do an event. You need to do one competitive event every year.
RL.
Something like that. Yeah, man, that's a bit more, taxation on the judges, but I think it's worth it to be a judge. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's more of a passion than trying to make a living off.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, so, I mean, if he has a full-time job, he's busy, he's upkeep whatever that's required of him, then it's good enough, I guess.
Yeah. Alex here got a murderous red cat, but he can cast it.
Place the township of the Corsair.
Yeah, Alex, you got to reveal the top card of your library.
Yes, the Corsair need to reveal the top card.
Okay, yeah, it has been rectified. Wow, those are really, have you ever opened your judge lands? I'm really just mesmerized by the
yeah, those are really nice.
Yeah,
it's
Therese Nelson, man. How do you beat that? Well, John Avon, but yeah, those two really know how to do art. John Avon knows how to do a lot of landscape.
Yeah, I mean, but I think still the lands are up to personal preferences.
Mm-hmm.
Some lands I see, what are these? What art is this? But I do not appreciate. But some people do. So, I mean,
did you open your pack of?
No, I didn't get the judge foil actually.
Oh, you didn't get the judge foil? Why?
When I passed my judge test, it was when they sent out the judge packs.
No.
So we were just a bit late.
Damn it.
It looks like Alex just scooped it up.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a flyer and looks like no answer.
Yeah, no answers to
but
the.
I think Alex will have a better come back into the second game and hopefully the third game with a better plan since he now has access to a lot of sideboard cards.
Man, Kataki's War Mage. Kataki. What's that? Well, Kataki. He's good. He's good against against
we
the
might see
Affinity deck.
Quasali, maybe one or two
Mage.
more in the sideboard. I'm pretty sure he plays one in the main deck.
Does it play Stony Silencers though in the sideboard?
I think now they like to play a lot of singletons, so probably one Kataki, one Stony Silence, and I don't know. Some lists you start to see Fracturing Gas now in the list.
Fracturing Gas.
And you have cards like Noble Hierarchs and War of Roots and Ball of Paradise to help you figure it out pretty early. So it looks pretty hard, difficult to cast on 5, but if you go turn 1, turn 2 mana critters, then it could be a turn 3 or turn 4 play, which would definitely wins you the game.
Yeah. Adriel here probably wanting to go fast. He's got to figure that his opponent might actually bring in maybe something like a Stony Silence or something to that effect. So you probably want to bring in some sideboard cards to remove enchantments or artifacts.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like Alex is playing Stony Silence.
Yeah, so Adriel might be reading it wrong.
He has still has a good, range of cards to bring in. Like I see Arab Decays,
Oh yeah.
Maelstrom Pulse,
Well, for Alex, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Adriel not much sideboard options. I feel.
He might bring in the Whip Flash. If he has it, Whip Flash, and.
Is there Flame Slash in the sideboard? No.
No,
There's a Galvanic
Galvanic
Blast, right? Yeah. But yeah, I don't think the Galvanic Blast will be that useful. Maybe it's possible. You just want to stop the combo from going off, right?
Yeah. So having instant spirit removal is definitely a plus point. And some of the sideboard they play Dispatch as well. So Dispatch is
nice.
pretty good.
Exiles
It's exile it completely.
Woo! All right, so we're going to see match 2 between Alex and Adriel here at Modern at Grey Ogre
Adriel
Games.
probably will bring in his Relic of Progenitors as well.
Oh, that's a good idea.
It stops the combo and you get a card out of it.
That's actually a good idea. That's actually a better idea than Whip Flares and Flame Slashes.
Yeah.
Not Flame Slashes. Galvanic Blasts.
So I guess the sideboard games will depends on how much or how many sideboard cards that these guys draws.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's those sideboard cards will be very important in these matchups.
They're very specific sideboard cards, right? Like Kataki and what you call it, Fracturing Gust and stuff like this is extremely specific. Fracturing Gust, does it destroy your own all enchantments and artifacts?
I don't think it does. You do gain life,
right? Yeah.
From it. Oh, you actually do destroy
all. Oh man. Okay, so he might want to board out his 2/4, the centaurs.
The Corsairs?
Corsairs, yeah. Corsair or Crewfix, yeah. Because those are enchantments, by the way.
But I think he might actually board out his Corsairs because, for the 3-drop, it doesn't do much. And you can't block the guys in the air. So,
yeah.
I don't know, but maybe if you have enough cards to bring out, he might just keep 1 or 2 in, just to gain the life.
And also to, filter out your deck. Really important.
Looks like Adriel is taking a mulligan.
Very rare for a little rare for
Affinity?
Affinity.
Sometimes you can't keep a hand that's too slow, and usually after sideboard you might come across this kind of hands. It doesn't have any threats at the start. You might not even want to keep it.
That's true.
But I guess the deck's Affinity mulligans quite well, so.
Yeah, you just want to empty your hand, right?
As
long as you've got those 2-3 creatures.
And now you get a free scry, so don't be afraid to mulligan if you have to.
And he's on the draw anyway, so yeah, mulligan aggressively, mulligan when you need to. I think that's very important.
Yeah.
A lot of us, I think, are very sometimes are risk takers. We tell ourselves if I draw a third land or if I draw this other land, my hand is fantastic. That's bad. I think you just need to take a deep breath, count to 10.
Yeah,
and then
but
put the hand
sometimes you
down.
just have to take the risk.
Yeah,
I mean,
sometimes the risk.
if you go to 5, you go to 6, and it's you have to count what's your odds on it, drawing the land that you need or the right cards that you need.
Yeah, the risk sometimes is very the risk and the reward sometimes is just fantastic. Okay.
Looks like Adriel's going down to 5.
To 5. Wow, this is.
Yeah, but could we see a good 5 and maybe turn 1 he's just gonna.
You empty the hand, literally
hand.
just empty your entire hand.
Yeah, I won't be surprised. It happens quite often in an Affinity deck.
if if he goes off the last game, I think Alex might be in a bit of trouble.
Yeah, like if he just threw 6 cards down on the first turn.
Exactly. So 5 sees him. It's an edge
It's
champion. There's
there's
a
a
Mox
Mox
Opal. He keeps a card on top.
There's no turn 1 play from Alex.
Oh man. Okay. So yeah, and they're dropping a. Is that a basic land?
Yeah, there's a forest. It looks
I
like
think
a
it's a swamp.
swamp.
It's a swamp. Yeah.
Sorry, it's the Judge Foy swamp.
All right. So going on.
Looks like a pretty slow start for both parties, but
Mhm.
Alex will be happy to see that Edro doesn't have a very aggressive start, just a Vault Scourge to...
Yeah. Thank goodness. Is that a
Yeah, there's
Birds
a
of
Birds of
Paradise?
A Woodland Cemetery into a Birds of Paradise.
Okay,
Prove-
so he couldn't play the Woodland Cemetery earlier.
I think he drew the Woodland Cemetery to cast the birds. So
Okay.
looks like a...
That's nice.
Yeah, that's nice.
That helps.
So I'm not sure if it looks like he drew his Woodland Cemetery. If not, he probably might have just laid the Woodland Cemetery the previous turn.
Mm.
Or maybe he
here-
drew the birds. this
Alright,
turn,
so
yeah.
cranial plating here. Going to equip the cranial plating. Going to try at least. And does Alex have a response to that?
Could be.
I think.
No, I don't think they play these members or these figures, so he's probably gonna take.
Wow,
the
that's a lot.
4
So
damage.
1, 2, 3, 4 damage.
Yep.
Okay.
But it does look like Alex have Path in his hand, so with
Ah.
the birds untapping,
That's nice.
out of the summoning sickness, he would be able to.
Okay, and drawing here very nicely, drawing the third land.
And
Uh,
Kataki is coming down.
Kataki.
Yeah, we were talking about it
Oh.
earlier. This
So-
is gonna be absolutely brutal for
yeah,
Edro.
so good, so good. He's got to tap what 3, 1, 2,
He has
3.
to pay 3 for it.
Yeah, he's got to pay.
So if he pays for everything, if he
He can't
doesn't
play
have a land,
anything,
he
yeah.
can't play a land.
He can't play anything.
Yeah,
So-
and if he pays for it, it's gonna bash in with the Vault Scourge and the plating, and then Alex is just gonna, path away the Vault Scourge.
So this does not look good for Edro.
Yep, definitely.
He's pays 3 for. Yep. Pays 3 for his artifacts. He's going to draw a card. So this is at the upkeep. Draw step. And
Yeah.
if that's not a land.
He could lay a land that produces blue, and maybe if he did bought in the Spell Pierce, it would.
Wow, it
defend
plays
him.
Spell Pierce.
Yeah,
okay.
they do play Spell Pierce on the board.
Alright.
So it
So
looks like
Oh, that's not going
Abrupt
to be.
Decay?
That's Abrupt Decay on the cranial plating. Does he want to hit the cranial plating? I think that's that's a better choice,
that's
right?
a better
Yeah.
choice. Well, he could have just decay away the Vault Scourge, and Edro would have to been forced to, draw a land so that he could attack with the Inmost next turn.
Yeah, but you have to pay. Do you pay less? No, yeah. You need
still have to
extra
pay
land,
for-
yeah.
So basically, the Mox Opal is every turn you are just paying for yourself.
For the Mox Opal, right?
I
yeah.
mean, you could tap a colorless land for it, and you have a colored land. But
Yeah.
I guess Mox Opal is not really in any good state now.
Yeah, Kataki War Mage. Kataki is a very good card to have. Fantastic sideboard card. And he still has a path in hand, which means that he can just fire
Yeah.
off.
You have a path, and it looks like a Maelstrom Pulse as well. So, and Edro has decided to
Yeah, just give up
give up the
the
Mox.
Mox
No, he
Opal.
actually used the Mox to pay for the Vault Scourge.
Can he use the Mox to pay for the Vault Scourge? He can't. He can't. He's only got 2 artifacts on the battlefield. Can we rewind that?
Okay.
Yeah. Before anything happens. Yeah. Okay, so we gotta go back. Yeah, 5 is tough. Who's winning? It seems that Alex is winning. Eldril has won 1 game in the. Eldril has won 1 game. So Jin Hao there going to rectify the game state. So he goes to that point where he cannot produce any mana. He has to pay 1 for it. So yeah. Alright, good work there.
Looks like we got it fixed for now.
Woo. Okay, so
But what would have been the correct fix in a real competitive environment since he already drew the cards and will both
well,
player get a warning for?
yeah. Okay, so in competitive, so this is regular RDL. In competitive, what will happen? Probably what will happen is that a random card will get put back on top of the library. We will rewind. Random part goes back on top of the library. The Mox Opal comes back, and then we resolve the Kataki's triggers.
And does he has to shuffle his random?
No. He does not have to.
But then he
randomize
would
the
have.
library.
Wouldn't he be able to know what his next card would be?
Yes, that is unfortunate that you know what your next card is, but that is something slightly unavoidable
Alright.
at this point. So
Alright.
both players will get a warning, failure to maintain game state. The player on the left, Adriel, would have gotten a game rule violation
Alright.
because, well, you can't tap that artifact for the Mox Opal for mana. So yeah.
Yep. Alright.
The
So
more you know.
the better, right? Okay. While we were on it, looks like Adriel casted a second, Bow Scourge.
Yeah,
And then
Scourge.
when he passed it to Alex, he just passed both of them away. So now Adriel is
so
left
good.
with nothing except 3 lands, and looks like Akbar Ravager coming down.
Yeah,
right
it's got
now.
one counter on it right now.
But it's looking pretty bad for Adriel,
Yeah.
facing down a Kitchen Sphinx and Kataki.
He needs to do something very quickly. And Alex just needs to capitalize on this. I think he can. I hope he can.
It looks pretty bad for Adriel.
Yeah, Kataki is really something that it stops Adriel from trying to develop his board right now.
Yep.
He has to pay 1 mana for that Outbound Ravager. Even if he sacrifices it, he's got to sacrifice that Glimmer Void as well. So, it doesn't seem... Oh, man, this is devastating. He's going to get rid of the Outbound Ravager, which means that his Glimmer Void is going to disappear as well. So this is...
So we have a stubborn denial.
Stubborn denial. What?
So it's
Not a spell pierce though.
not a spell pierce, but a
That's
stubborn denial.
stubborn denial. Yeah, so that's gonna counter the path to exile.
And it kind of caught Alex by surprise. We don't see that card very often in modern.
In fact, we almost don't see
Yeah.
that card played at all. Not since standard for dragons. Yeah.
Yep.
So
But it's gonna be tough still for Adriel. He needs to find an answer to the Kataki. And now with a Fulminator coming down, it looks like it's almost over. He's gonna probably swing in and then destroy one of
this
the
is-
lands. Or no.
Oh, okay. Wow, Alex showing his hand. But Alex here definitely needing to just develop his board. Right now, he wants, just anything off the top. Like, anything off the top would be good. Alright, so the draw there, he paid for, what's his name? Outbound Ravager.
Yep.
Going down to 11, yeah, I don't see any way that Adro might be able to get out of this. Even if he blows up the board using Whip Flare. Yeah, that doesn't seem...
That doesn't seem to. I mean, the kitchen thing is gonna come back, and Alex is just gonna draw a card with the canopy next time. And then it's actually gonna do it anyway.
Alright, so he's going to sack his Canopy just to draw an extra card. Which is the reason why he played the Razor Verge ticket last turn into an empty hand. But now, wow, drawing 2 lands is a little tough there. But Alex seems to be in control of this game. Just going to swing in now. Let's see what happens.
Take the 5 down to 6.
Alex in fantastic command of this game. And I think not just the problem is Adro is not drawing any lands. So
The deck is very light on lands, and when you draw like things like X champions in your hand, you can't do much with the Kataki.
Okay, so somebody I think has pointed out that Adriel was supposed to sacrifice the what do you call it, the Glimmer Void at end of turn, the previous turn. I didn't quite catch it. Maybe? No? Is that right? Yeah, he Maelstrom Pulse both the Vault Scourges. So yeah, I think he missed the trigger there. Both players missed the trigger. Yeah, but doesn't make too much of a difference right now. Alex gonna swing in with even more things.
Just being very careful there by not swinging with the Kataki.
Yeah,
even
the
from the last
Kataki
turn.
just has to keep that Kataki alive. It's going to be...
He doesn't have to do much anyway.
Mhm.
You just have to keep slowly grinding him down and... Well, I think Alex probably could have also used the Fulminator to destroy one of the lands. So Adriel only has one land to work with, one mana to work with.
Yeah,
every turn.
I think that would be...
But it doesn't look like Adriel is doing anything with 2 mana either, so... And, a 2/2 body is good.
Okay, so Vault Scourge going to hit the battlefield. And the Vault Scourge can gain him some life. Right now, Alex wants a piece of removal. But they're going to
He's just gonna scoop it up.
I think not... right now, Adriel is just like completely on the back foot every turn, just hoping to draw another artifact so that he can power up his...
Outbound
Ravager, yeah. The Vault Scourge is one part of getting him back into the game, but with the amount of removal that Alex has, I don't think that is going to be, that's going to be enough because you're essentially just chump blocking every turn.
Yeah.
Which isn't fantastic at all.
It's very straightforward for Alex. He drew his sideboard cards, slam
Just
it down,
slam it on the table
and
turn
then
too.
just play carefully,
Make
with
sure
the
that the Kataki survives. Yeah. But apparently Adriel wasn't able to keep that Glimmer Void. So anyway, we're going to game 3 between Alex and Adriel. If you just joined us, you are watching the More Than Modern tournament here at Grey Ogre Games. It's our weekly Modern tournament. My name is Mick. I'm one of your hosts alongside Chin Hao.
Hi.
Ahow! I usually give everybody a nickname who comes in. Maybe it's time for me to just give that up. I don't need to think anymore. Just have to cast. Usually Tuesday nights, Wednesday nights, I don't have to think much. I just get Ben to come in. He sits down. He makes all the plays. I feel very adequately dumb.
But he's on a mission today.
Yeah, man. Where did Ben and Joe go? Where y'all go, man? Y'all catch them Pokemons. Yeah, but Ben's gonna be flying off to Guangzhou, right?
Yeah, he'll be flying off tomorrow. So if anyone...
Are you setting up booth at Guangzhou? No.
No,
Yes.
but he'll just be there, to meet
Trading,
some
yeah.
people and
Okay.
do some trades himself.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I'm guessing he's not bringing along any of the tokens, but that's okay. Because I want to give like more secret passwords.
Secret password?
Yeah.
Maybe not for Guangzhou. Maybe.
What's the next one?
KL?
KL.
KL, yeah.
Are you guys? So you guys are going to KL, right?
We'll definitely be at KL. We'll have a booth there.
No, before KL, we'll be at STGCC.
Yes, we will be at STGC, Singapore Toys and Comic.
How is the Jeffrey, before I ban you from, and your moderator, by the way, before I ban you from the chat. Yeah, so
I mean
we're going to be...
that's not wrong. Like
That's
my
not
first
wrong.
email was Stirshipboy88. So yeah, fun, young and doing stupid stuff back then.
Oh yeah. So yeah, we're going to be at STGCC, right?
Yeah,
So-
we'll be there. Definitely, we'll be we'll be with Hasbro. We'll be
Oh,
as
nice.
great, but Hasbro will be there teaching, having a booth to teach like new players and get more people into the game.
So what
We'll be
will you
there.
guys be doing?
We'll be there selling products for
Ah.
players like intro packs, and we're giving out starter kits to the new players as well. So
Nice. Cool.
if you guys are in the area, do drop by. It'll be at the Marinas Bay Sands Convention Center.
Oh, so now it's Marina Bay Sands.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's been. I think it's been held there for ever since.
No. STGCC is usually at
Suntec?
Suntec.
Yeah.
I think maybe the last year.
Last last year, yeah. And we also be at game start as well. So two
nice.
two
Very
shows
nice.
coming up shortly, and of course with the WNCQ smack right in between.
Yeah. I should go and sneak in a secret password here and there when you guys are not listening or watching. I'll go and keep track.
Yeah,
I'll
but
get Jeffrey.
all right, we are off in game 3. So both of them keeping their 7 hands, and Edro
dropping 3 of his 7 cards.
Yep.
Showing to be an aggressive start. Does he have another land? Maybe a cranial plating.
Alex
Mox
with
Opal.
his
But very
just a 1 from Edro on the outskirts. Looks
very
like he doesn't have a second land. Or actually he does.
very
So,
conservative start here by Adril.
Could be a cranial plating. It will speed him up a bit.
Wow, cranial plating. Okay, so this really shortens the clock for Alex. Well, maybe not really shorten the clock. Right now he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 artifacts on the battlefield.
And here we go again.
Oh yeah, Kataki turn 2. Alex must be smiling in his heart. Like, yes, my subboard card is really doing good.
Yeah, but it's a pretty risky hand from Alex, because if at this point Edro,
if he had any removal for the Birds of Paradise,
it looks like it's only a dismember or a Galt, because Edro doesn't have a colored land. So if he has a dismember, he would have used it now. But looks like he has his.
Yeah, but the trigger still goes on the stack, so your board will be utterly decimated by Kataki.
Yeah, but there's nothing much he could have done there, I guess.
Okay, so he's gonna pay for the cranial plating. He's probably gonna get rid of the Ornithopter and then pay for. He has to pay for the Vault Scourge.
Yep. And
okay, so he keeps those 2. He's probably got land in hand. Wow, the only basic land in his deck is, I believe that is the only basic land, unless I'm wrong. Okay, so Glimmer Void here is going to attach it on the Vault Scourge, and that is going to deal 3 damage. That's okay. I mean, that's
3 damage.
3, yeah.
Because of the Darksteel Citadel is not there anymore.
Yeah, but Alex needs to draw lands. Alex needs to make sure that he develops his board.
Removal would probably kill off this game at this point as well.
Yeah,
a decay or path that will set Edro back.
Oh, and he does have the path. Okay, so does he fire off the path right now?
He's gonna cast another mana creature.
Okay, but I think if I were in Alex's shoe, I definitely want to fire off the path right now to, just to prevent myself from being blown out by that little blue card called Stubborn Denial.
Yeah, he can do it during the upkeep when Edro pays for the Vault Scourge and Cranial Plating.
Okay, yeah.
That way you make Edro use his mana for this turn.
That's true.
So that is also the play that he will probably make.
That's a better play.
And maybe he just doesn't believe that Edro always have the Stubborn Denial.
Oh man, this is gonna be. Let's see.
So a very interesting turn. Alex keeping the open mana up, and Edro's deciding whether to pay for both the Vault Scourge and the plating.
Okay, so
I guess he's probably gonna just pay for it. Oh no, he's actually not paying for the plating. That is a.
So he is wisely keeping his his mana up.
So did he draw into a removal? But
yeah, he needs to get rid of the Kataki. Otherwise, every turn, his resources are being taken away. His board is being messed up.
So he actually passed the turn with 1 open mana.
Alright, so now with 3 mana,
second land.
Tight Scour Hollow maybe.
He has Ana Fenza.
Yep.
And a
He
path.
has a second. I think he has a second Viscera Seer, right? He needs to find another land that he can safely cast.
He does have a Fulminator Mage in his hand, but he doesn't have the double black or double red. If not, he could have just cast the Fulminator and.
And then just blow out the land. Okay, so Tight Hollow Scour, Tight Hollow Scour here.
So it's gonna review Cranial Plating, Steel Overseer, Mox Opal, and Whip Flare.
Okay, so the Mox Opal obviously not going to hit the battlefield because it's going to just not produce any mana. You want to take away, I think, the Whip Flare.
So it was very interesting that he chose to.
Not cast a whip flare. No, I think he drew that off the top. Had he not,
He needed the another land.
yeah, he needed one more land, then he can cast a whip flare. Unfortunately, he couldn't find it, so yeah, it's going to be taken away by the Tide Hollow Scour. Tide Hollow Scour. Tide Scour Hollow. Which one is it? I don't know. Somebody tell me. It's Tide Hollow Scour, right? Yeah,
Yep,
Tide Hollow
Scholar.
Scour. Yeah. I always get this mixed up. Whatever.
So now the whip flare gets taken away and Edgel.
Adriel down, not a lot of options left.
He really needs a land.
Yeah.
You know,
He
at
needs
least
one
he could
land,
have
just
cast something else. Like
one land, another cranial plating would be good. And no, but all he can do is just pass the turn. Doesn't have a land. Wow, that whip flare would have just like totally messed Alex up. That
Yep.
would have been really, really bad.
that would have put Edgel ahead, I have to say.
No, but Edro will have to sacrifice his Vault Scourge for him to be able to play the.
He wouldn't be
whip
able
flare.
to play the box because does the Glimmer Void he has to sack it?
Yeah,
at
no,
the
at the
turn?
end of the turn.
So,
So that would be been
that
really
would have
bad
been
for
the
Edro
other
because his.
I mean, it'll put Edgel down to one land, but it will put Alex down to one land as well, and he would have gotten rid of the Kataki.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, and
That's
Alex
true.
was stuck on one land for a while with the Birds of Paradise. So that would have been the alternative. if-
Foresight 2020. Easy to tell when we have 100% information. Well, maybe not 100% information, but like, yeah.
Yep.
Uh,
But it's also, part of his bad luck that he didn't drew the land that he needed.
exactly. Alex also suffering from the same bad luck. He's also, only has 2 lands in hand. Yeah, he has to pay for the Tide Scour Hollow.
Tight Hollow Skull.
Tide Hollow Sculler. Ah!
Yeah, man, that card is hard.
Blah, 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 blah.
So,
Kataki affects everyone, right? Tide Hollow Sculler is
an
an
artifact.
artifact, right? Okay, so it's an artifact, but he did not pay for it with Kataki. For Kataki.
I think Kotaki is only your opponent.
Let's see. Kataki. All artifacts have. So it's all artifacts. So yeah.
So we need to pause the game again.
No, he paid for
You
it.
pay for it?
Yeah, 1 mana. Oh no, he didn't. He puffed the thing. Okay. Okay, no.
You need to pay for the Tight Hollow Skull, right? Oh, okay.
Okay.
So what do you use for the path?
No clue.
Or was the path used earlier?
No, the path was just hit right now. Okay, so I'm confused. Yeah. Okay, now I'm confused. Ooh. Okay, going back to the game. Looks like Edrill's board is extremely empty, which is bad.
The
And,
basic land might actually help him a bit.
Yeah. But he lost his Glimmer Void, so
Yeah.
eh.
Looking pretty rough.
Yep.
If, not doing anything
So
and
Kataki is just very strong in this matchup. And Edrill not drawing any of his lands, is suffering. He's not getting any action on the board. He's not developing his
yeah, but you can't really blame
Board.
him. Both games he's facing
again.
a turn
Okay,
to
so
Kataki.
yeah, he needs to pay for the Kataki. Alex not paying for the Kataki. Tide Sculler Hollow is an
Tight Hollow
artifact.
Scholar.
Tight Hollow Scholar. Nah! Stop it!
You need to like
I gotta go and write it on a board
write it
like
on the
100
board
times.
and you're gonna
Tight
recite it
Hollow
every time before
Scholar.
you sleep.
Tight
Tight
Hollow
Hollow
Scholar.
Scholar.
So what are they doing right
I
now?
think they are talking about the Tight Hollow Scholar triggers from the Kataki.
Okay,
So there's a judge call right now.
alright, so what actually happens, right? So in competitive, so I'm going to talk about competitive.
Yep.
If you did not pay for Kataki,
Yep.
what's going to happen is that you actually have to sacrifice.
You are forced to sack the
Yeah, you're
Tight
forced to
Hollow
sacrifice
Scholar. Even
because
if it's the previous turn, you miss the trigger, do
Yeah.
you still have to sacrifice it?
yes, because your opponent you will take. Okay, so if you miss that trigger, your opponent will probably put it on the stack, especially if it's a what you call it, detrimental trigger.
Alright.
But and here's what happens is that if you miss the trigger, especially something that you have to pay for, or there is a default action. This is what we call a default action.
Okay.
So you either So in this case, Kataki says at the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice this artifact unless you pay 1 mana. So the default action is sacrifice this
unless
artifact,
you
and
pay.
the fact that you missed the trigger or you forgot to pay for
you
it.
won't have a choice to pay for it.
Yeah, so it's assumed that you take the default action, which is to sacrifice.
Okay.
But of course, yeah, here, we it's regular REL, so we rewind back to that point where you need to pay for. We back up to the point where you need to pay for Kataki Wars Wage triggers.
Alright, so now the Weed Flares from coming back from the Tight Hollow Scholars comes down, thanks to top
Wow.
deck Glimmer Void.
Okay.
And it's quite
So, yeah,
interesting
no-
that Adro his basic land is actually a swamp. We
Yeah.
don't usually see that very often. Usually it's either island or some cases they play mountains for the Galvanic Blast. So and it looks like Adro the birds will die. Yeah. So there you
Yeah.
go. And then about
Wow.
Scourge.
Okay. So Alex choosing not to pay for the for Kataki's triggers, man, really hurt. I think he could, he definitely could have paid for it.
Yeah.
But
He
yeah,
probably
this is-
forgot about the Kataki and the interaction with the Tight
with
Hollow.
the tight hollow scholar. See, you got me like stopping every time I say tight hollow scholar. See, even then,
But it's and right now looks like Alex is on a back foot now with him being stuck on 2 lands.
is that a Safri? No.
No, that's a Korsali Prime, which is the
Oh,
FNM4A
okay.
version.
Right.
So it will help him out for a bit, whatever that comes down, he have the option to actually destroy it. Looks like it's gonna be the
Wow,
play
okay.
thing the next turn.
You're gonna swing in with the.
So that will be 2,
Wow.
4, 5, 6 damage.
6 points of damage, so
is
that
there gonna be a
puts
6 points life swing?
Alex down to.
So put Alex down to 6.
Eh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, there's only 4.
Also the one sorry, it's a bit glaring.
Yeah.
Under the mouse mobile is
That's
not.
the Blink Mouth Nexus.
Alright.
Or is that Ink Mouth Nexus? One of them. Yeah. So, puts Alex down to 7. He's got 2 turns. No, 1 more turn. 6. Okay, so he can get rid of it.
Yep, but things aren't looking very good for Alex at the
Yeah,
moment.
he needs a land. Like desperately needs a land right now. And this is game what?
Game 3.
Game
Yeah.
3, right? Okay.
And
So, yeah.
it passed the turn with 2 mana up. So it looks like we're gonna see a Korsali Prime
Prime Mage
sacrifice here.
activation. Yeah, probably get rid of the cranial plating.
Oh, he could get rid of the Vault Scourge, which I don't think he would.
No, because you can immediately equip the cranial plating on the other Vault Scourge, which will be very bad. And now the fact that he's got even more artifacts, you need to get rid of the cranial plating. I think that will be
Yep, that would be the
the
correct
best play there.
And he could draw a Maelstrom Pulse or he
Oh,
but he just
man,
need a
another-
Swamp. He needs a mana for it.
He might have the Maelstrom Pulse in hand already, so we don't know what he has in hand, but
And Ash Champion coming down here.
ooh, man. Alright, so
And-
3 mana, okay, so
But yeah, he's still drawing the planes. So he's still on green
Yeah, he
white
doesn't
lands.
have. Yeah, he doesn't have the black
It's a bit
sauce.
rough.
Okay, so gaining a bit of life here. Got
Yep. Get him up to
the
6.
Kitchen Finks, yep. So he's gonna be taking 4 points of damage.
You can pay the white blue, no you think.
What?
You can pay off the plains and the forest. They don't.
He has to pay one, yeah. So he was at 5.
On that one color seem to.
Yeah.
So it goes down to 2. So looks like a crucial turn here for Alex.
Okay, Adriel should actually be at 18 life and not 20 life, by the way. Because his Vault Scourges only gain him 2 life, and the what you call it, Edge Champion doesn't gain him any life at all. Wow.
It looks at 3 mana.
Man, that was the turning point, like not paying for the War Mage.
Yeah, but you know, some people maybe they come here after a day of work, you know, just feeling.
I know. That, but we know where the turning point is. That is very, very brutal. That is, wow, man. That's tough. That is extremely, extremely tough.
Yeah, that actually changed the whole game.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I
yeah,
mean,
you wouldn't expect that your opponent have like a Glimmer Void. You already took a look at your opponent's hand already.
I mean, he drew it off the top, so
yeah, exactly. So yeah, just a top deck Glimmer Void. And
but
that
he
changed
was
the
a
game.
bit unlucky, you know, when Edger was being locked down. Like he wasn't drawing into
his lands. Yeah, exactly.
or else he would have been so ahead that the weak flare might not have even mattered.
Exactly. So yeah, both players suffering from very very different problems. This thing called variance in Magic the Gathering. Clearly Alex kept a risky hand, but it paid off. You know, but yeah, eventually getting
Looks like the second canopy coming down here. Doesn't looks like it will do much.
Is there birds?
Probably he's trying
okay,
to
so he's
draw.
gonna try to draw into.
Windswept Heath.
No, but he laid the thing, but a little too late, I think.
And he passed the turn. Would be lethal with the ex-champion itself.
Well, he's got a path to exile. No, he can't. No, you can't. Yeah.
He has a lot of metals here. So.
All right. So he swings in everything, and that's the handshake. Well, good job to both players. The game 2-1 to Adriel. I think Alex just got very unlucky not drawing any of his additional lands when Adriel was Adriel was struggling to deal with Kataki. Just that one card set Adriel back so much. But yeah,
probably pointing out now that he probably didn't know that it was an
artifact.
Yeah,
So you gotta be aware.
Because it's a bit tricky here because the tight hollow scholar doesn't requires a colorless mana.
Yeah,
Right,
exactly. So it doesn't actually look like an artifact. So sometimes we forget things.
But I'm pretty sure after today he will remember it. And that's why you play. You play in all these small
casual events
to get used to what you are playing your deck. So when it comes to the real stuff, you know what is coming up.
Okay, so we're going to go for a short break. Don't go away. We're going to round 2. In fact, round 2 pairings are up already. So just don't go away.
We'll be right
back. Ciao.